Sorry, this has got to be a two-parter. So I'm back on the second part because I actually didn't hit stop. So anyway, so there was no Fiona Broom. There was nobody written books. There was nothing out there. I mean, I did searches on Amazon, and I thought, what is going on here? So anyway, now I don't know, like I said, if you came from reality or history had changed before that, but I can tell you this, that there was no information on this whatsoever. So I had nowhere to go, no resources, nobody to talk to. I couldn't tell my family, my brothers, my mother. I said, oh my God, they thought I losing my dang mind if I tell them I came from another Earth or something. And then there's a couple people that talked about that Earth exploded in 2012. And that's a lot of the other articles are about. There's nothing about Mandela effect or other things like that. It's all about, well, the Earth ended in 2012. We're in hell now. And I thought, oh God, I died. I said, oh geez, I've ended up in hell. And I said, oh, I never was that bad of a guy. I said, oh my God. I said, I'm gonna get out of hell. I said, everybody around me must be in hell too. They died at the same time. There's all these things talked about. An asteroid hit the original Earth and exploded. They said that the Earth just ended instantaneously, all these other things, and said they were all in hell, and everybody's trying to fight to get out of here. And it's a mess, this and that. And I thought, oh my gosh. And then that's when the CERN thing popped up that said CERN caused the end of the Earth. There was nothing about Nelson Mandela and the Mandela effect. And it said, oh, CERN had destroyed us all. We all died. There's even a thing that believed, and I'm sure it was probably a damn lie, but somebody said that a scientist there saw that they saw the opening of a portal, and all these demons came through, and this big flash of white light, and everything immediately just boom, like, you know. And they said that everybody almost died that was in the room that was in CERN when this happened. But I mean, I don't know. Then another one said that somebody had walked through a portal in CERN, that they tried to investigate, that there was still a hole open, and kind of like Stargate, that they're trying to get to the other side. And I said, well, God, what's happening here? So anyway, you know, that doesn't really matter. I mean, CERN impacted this or that, or whatever. This is all prophesized anyway. So, you know, we can go through all those different things. Well, CERN caused this, the asteroid, the blue. But anyway, the Mandela effect. So anyway, as time went on, they started to get more videos, and now it's just like, boy, everybody's on board. There's a ton of Mandela effects. And then they got weird and weird because we went from, I was just seeing John F. Kennedy, like I said, there's so few of them out there at that time. You could search all day long, and there was just nothing there, right? And then occasionally you see something about, you know, this song changed, or this and that changed, or, oh, the Berenstain Bears, and that came along, that was huge. Because that was after when I was doing YouTubes. That came along like a month later. I said everybody was on that bandwagon, Berenstain Bears, you know. And so that was a big one. And then I just got this confirmation, because I kind of gave up for a while, didn't worry about it, kind of. But then I noticed I had so much going on in my personal life. Kaiser, they're trying to, I was a whistleblower, and I got fired for being a whistleblower. Long story behind that is being, because they're racist and stuff like that. My wife had changed. She's been attacking me and being nasty to me. And then I still being a head coach in baseball. So I was trying to help my son and be a manager of that and stuff like that. Well, anyway, I had a lot going on, so I didn't have a lot of time to focus on the Mandela effect. And I started going to church even before that, you know, going to churches. And I didn't really tie spirituality with this at that time. But, you know, there was some things I'd said in my house that it really was odd with my wife. I was taking the kids to a church it was a Flatirons church. It's called one of the largest churches in Colorado. It's so large it even ranks behind Joel Osteen's. But anyway, I kept going there, and I wasn't getting those answers, and didn't trust them that well. But but it was a large church, and thought it was a good thing. And so all these things are going on, you know. So, but anyway. But then it just became a nightmare for me. I mean, just everything got worse and worse. My wife wasn't really the former wife. She was always kind of naughty. She just became 100% stinking evil on me, cheating on me, and nasty, and just wrong, and just mean. I mean, God, biting me on the lip and throwing crap at me, and you know what I mean. It's just, everybody around me. You know, I didn't trust anybody around me. My mother, I kind of was nervous around her, and then there was Bob, that was her boyfriend, which he ended up being like a father to me, a really great guy. But anyway, so I was in a mess. Had no friends. I felt so alone in this world. I said, oh my God. I said, there's nobody out there. There's nobody to talk to. But now we have a lot of people. There's a lot of boards, a lot of people you can talk to with the Mandela effect and things like that. At that time, there's nobody to talk to. Everybody's operating alone. And we're still kind of everybody's lonely now, because I'm lonely as heck. I ain't kidding you. It's really hard to have true friends, and some of these Mandela effect people are liars. Like Fiona Broom, I don't want to bring her down. I don't want to judge people. She's a damn liar. She doesn't help anybody. She's out there trying to make money and books, this and that. She's throwing so many of us on the bus. You know, she's throwing everybody on the bus. You know, I mean, and so many of them have. Del DeFay, I mean, he's out there in La La Land and talking about multiple parallel universes and doesn't give a crap about helping anybody working for God. I mean, it's disgusting, sad, right? So don't be one of those people that recognizes the Mandela effect and don't actually do anything to help anybody. Because we think that the ones that can see the Mandela effect are special, that they were that God have given the wisdom, insight, and those people searched it out, but didn't answer the calling to help change the world, to bring peace or help one another and love one another, right? And that's what's disappointing about this whole thing. I'm disappointed in every one of them that they are given a special gift to see this, and they've done nothing to other to make to gratify their own selfishness, to their own special need and trying to I'm disappointed. And there's several ones that talk about this, because I thought it was the only one that was disappointed in there. Even the the Mandela Effect Conference, I mean, that was the biggest joke. The International Mandela Effect Conference. They talked very little about God, I heard, because I didn't care about it. Even their advertising say we're going to talk about, how we help the world and, bring things forth and help one another and solve these things and help these people in this world. Oh no, it's all about, well, I think the theory and this and that and this is what happened in parallel universes and, multiple existence and all this other crap. I mean, we can spend all the time with, you can spend your entire life trying to diagnose the Mandela effect and but did you actually help anybody and make a difference to people? Because that's what really matters. To be awake that we're at the end of time, so that's why that God had allowed this to happen, to wake you up, say, hey, we are at the end of times and help us be in the beginning. That's what it's all about, and that the Lord's real and Satan's real and we're in a beast system. I mean, really, that's what disappoints me. So, if you love one another, you'll be trying your best to help one another versus out there glorifying yourself and patting each other back and making another country club and another cult out of this. Because that's what's going to happen to create another Mandela effect cult. Well, anyway, I don't need to go on about that. But that's my disappointment in these individuals, okay? So hopefully they can join us and actually help us versus, just sitting there satisfying their own self-needs and stuff like that. But anyway, so... But I want to talk about the people, and I don't want to insult you about these people, but here's what I got to say about this. I know I talk fast, but because I want to give you too long of a video on this. But I want you to understand that the people that I went around with, not just the people, the friends and family around me, they all changed, but also, and unfortunately not in a good way, okay? But my mother she's loving, still a great person, and some will still remain the same, but others just became naughty and self-centered and just disgusting. But I want to talk about the people, and I'm not trying to judge the people. We hate their ways, we don't hate them. But I got to be honest with you, and I take no offense to this. What is wrong with the dang ladies here? I mean, no offense. I mean, the ladies got tattoos in their foreheads. They're very masculine. They're very aggressive. And no offense, because I'm somewhat overweight, but 99% of these ladies, well, so are the men, are overweight. And I mean, just like we're all like walking cattle. And I'm not much, because I've got a little bit of weight myself too, but we don't respect our bodies anymore. And I'm one that says, you should express yourself and be different in this world and have expression, but to the point where you got tattoos and evil skulls on you and this stuff and that, and ladies gotten so much earrings and hanging out their nose and nostrils and everything else and eyebrows. I'm sorry, that is over the top, and that's not respect of yourself. And, like I said, I appreciate those things, but not to, human and flesh mutilation, where you're mutilating your body. I mean, God gave you this perfect body that you're born into this world with, and you go out and mutilate it. I mean, and there's other ways that you can express yourself versus putting tattoos on your head and this and all over your forehead and having skulls. And even the men, man, I tell you what, these tattoos aren't love mom anymore, happy things. I mean, my goodness, they are disgusting as serpents and snakes and devil-looking things on them. And I mean, it's horrifying. And, and I don't want to go to scripture. A scripture on it says, do not tattoo your body. It's clear as a bell. And there's a church, the Flat Church I was talking about earlier. Oh, they all have tattoos, all the preachers and pastors. They try to justify it. If you have to try to justify something, then it makes you kind of wonder if you're doing something wrong, right? I'm not saying getting a tattoo is wrong. I'm just saying, these preachers and pastors have all sorts of nasty crap on their shoulders and everything else like that. And And they pride themselves. They have little tattoo photos in the front of the church and everything like that, trying to, do this stuff. But you got to remember that tattoos are a form of communication and words. If you had good, lovely things, about your mother or something like that, or I love this person, or, some brother or sister you lost, or things like that, that to me is probably, more appropriate than having something that's just evil and demonic on it, like I've seen. Seriously, I've seen people put Lord's Cross on there, which is kind of interesting. But, some people take offense to that. They said, why you hang the Lord twice? I said, I think the Lord wants to see himself see the cross, because what would he think? But that's okay, because you're communicating that you're a Christian. It does give people something about love and things like that. Because I used to wear a cross, on my chest and things like that. So I can understand these people wanting to do that. But then some just do it just to be a part of the club. They don't really truly believe in love one another, Christians. They have crosses all over their chests and tattooed, and they know nothing about actually serving the Father Lord's way. But that's okay. It's part of being a cult, the club, So anyway, so that's what I tell you. And the selfishness. And the men are just as filthy. They've both forgotten their roles. I'm sorry. They both have forgotten their roles. The men are. I tell you, these men are just weak. They don't stand up for their rights. They don't stand up for what men are supposed to be. There's no chivalry left. There's no honesty, integrity, respect. But just the classic chivalry. Even these men are just, and there's no sense of just truly being gentlemen. Being just strong gentlemen. Men are just. I'm be honest. Some ladies are tougher than these men these days, and sometimes they're smarter. I'll be honest. The women are smarter than these men. I don't know what happened. Men have regressed in time, and I don't know if that's a Mandela effect, but I'm telling you what, we became Neanderthals, and men, I'm disappointed in them. And I'm not trying to cause a gender war. It's nothing about that, okay? Nothing about gender. I'm just trying to say that we forgot our rules, and we forgot who we are. And even Tesla said, boy, I tell you, he said women out there fighting and punching and playing boxing. He wrote an article after that. He said, oh boy, he goes, our society is going to be done in about 30, 40 years. So he prophesied this. Because he said, look at the darn ladies, they're not doing their role, and the men are just as bad. But he said, you ladies are out there trying to be men, and he said, this is not a good thing. So whose role is who and which is which, And so that's what's really disappointing, and my goodness. Even Judge Judy has come forward. She goes, this feminist movement has destroyed our society. It's gone beyond just equal rights to beyond normal rights, where women are using the system to beat the crap out of men, and Me Too movement. And she goes, I'm telling you, ladies, you are not earning your way to she goes, nobody gave me, just handed me over my judge seat and stuff like that. She goes, I had to earn and fight my way complete through there. She goes, I didn't sleep my way to the top. And he said, the ladies now, they're sleeping way to the top. They cheat the system, and they try to use the system. They'll go out and do what they can to get free money. And I can't tell you how many times I have ladies approach me just because they're a lady and they have breasts. Say, hey, give me some money. I said, I ain't giving you money. Are you kidding me? What makes you think I should just hand over your money just because you think you're good looking? Are you kidding me? So anyway, so I'm gonna go out that. Like I said, I'm not trying to be a chauvinist or put down either gender, because men are just as bad. Men have, without drinking, and some have like 5 girlfriends, and I can't even stand talking to them at the time. And said, oh, I want a BJ and this and that, and that's all, this and that she's going. And I've seen them. They insult the ladies right about me, and they're all about sex. These men are just perverted and they're wimps at the same time. It's like, well, what about showing respect for a lady? Treating her like a true classy. Both of them, we've forgotten our class and our professionalism. And I'll be honest, half these women, all they want is damn money. Money, money, money. Give me money, money, money. Just give me money, money. It's all about money. Money, and then all of a sudden, or just they want sex, and if they want money and sex, and they'll have like 5 boyfriends on the side. I had one younger lady laughed about it. She goes, oh, I got 5 boyfriends. And now they buy me this and that. It's like, you kidding me, lady? So, you're not even respecting yourself. That's what's sad. Nobody respects themselves. So how can you love somebody else and show respect to somebody else if you don't even respect and love yourself, your own body? And no offense, that's what frustrated me, my former wife. Now I am going to put it out there, because she cheated on me for 6 months and just threw our marriage away and just didn't even give a crap. I thought that was a lot of pain. That was worse than physical pain. I'd rather her just continue to punch me. She threw a cup at me one time and hit me in the head and bit me on the lip and all sorts of nasty stuff. But and I can't believe I put up with that, you know, and you know what I mean. So I should have walked out a long time ago. But anyway, I don't want to talk about my personal life on that because I moved on, and but like you said, you know, we got to be more professional and more class to who we are, you know what I mean, and because you know it's kind of like the remember the old thing with there was a I was trying to think, there was a classic cartoon, God, that, you know, I don't know if you remember that. It had about the stars in their chest, and one guy got one star, another one got two, so like tattoos, and one had four, pretty soon had 5 stars. That was a classic that was written by, I don't know why it's the Cat in the Hat. What was his name? I can't believe it slipped my mind. But anyway, remember the guy who wrote Cat in the Hat stuff? He wrote the one about the stars in their chest, and one about two, and pretty soon there were four, and everybody had to go and get this machine to get a star. That's the thing with the tattoo. Oh, they got a tattoo, so I go get one to be part of that tattooing. And pretty soon at the end, nobody wanted the stars again. They all want to get removed. They said, oh my God, so hey, he charged them money to get them all removed. Same thing with the tattoos. Boy, he was smart. He almost like saw the stuff coming back in that day. And also like Henry Horton, Horton Hears a Who, whatever, remember that? He wrote that as well. Well, that's how Christians are. We hear God speaking, but nobody can hear us. You know what I mean? They can't hear it. And he's been talking to everybody. So anyway, I don't want to go out with that. Like I said, I'm not trying to insult people, but I wanted to know that don't recognize this world, the people. And these people are so darn selfish and rotten and evil and self-centered and filthy. And I mean, it just, my old earth and reality wasn't the best, but man, these people are just a whole new level, just a whole new level. I saw it right away. And some people said they got a download and they became more evil, you know, the download when you tried to talk to them about Mandela effect, says people just got more rotten and evil as time went on. And but that's what I got to tell you was so strange about this, that about the download thing. That what's interesting about the download is that I have seen that occur. Well, there's a couple things that'll happen to people when they get the download. If you're talking about if you start asking about Mandela effect, they'll either deny it. I had a employee that he just outright refused every time. Even like it was, I actually spent a whole day one time I was working with him at Walmart, convince him that, you know, not convince him, getting the truth that it used to be Jiffy, not Jif peanut butter. And he finally agreed after a long discussion on this. He goes, yeah, he goes, it used to be Jiffy. He goes, I do remember this. And then the next day, guess what? Oh, back to just, he goes, well, I must have misremembered, or maybe I was confused because maybe it wasn't really Jiffy. I said, yesterday you said it was Jiffy, my friend. You said you clearly remember. I said, Jif doesn't make sense with one F. And he's like, well, I don't know. But he goes, I don't know. I was probably confused, or they probably changed it. And I said, clear through history? He goes, well, you know, you never know because, yeah, you know, just, you know, we live in a strange world. They could have changed the brand. I said, you're making excuses. He goes, well, I don't know. He said, he goes, so he all had all these things. Now, the other thing you get is you get anger. Or somebody just gets angry. And they'll get angry at you when you start trying to explain it to them. You know, like, well, you understand, you know, and they'll get really violent. Oh, well, you know, when they start yelling at you, okay? Sometimes there's ones called a pain. Some people talk, they act like they're in pain when you tell them, like you're taking their thumb and just breaking it. You know, they're like, you can almost see it in their face, like you're causing pain. It's weird. You see them pain. Now, there's no offense to my mother. She's a great lady, and she, 99% of the time, she'll recognize the Mandela effect, but she, you know, we go through this every 2 or 3 days or once a week where she says, oh, it's all bullcrap again, which surprises me because, you know, I'll have evidence, like even, you know, tell her the scarecrow carrying a gun. She's like, oh, well, he never carried a gun. I said, I know, but you know, he's carrying a gun. And she's like, oh, what the heck? And then so she'll say, well, that must be true then, the Mandela effect. Oh, but we'll and about 3 days later, she'll say I'm full of crap in line again. And she gets angry about it. She gets violent. I'm not kidding. She's a great lady, a loving, but she'll actually start getting angry. You know, like I don't get, and starts raising her voice, and I don't give a crap, you know what I mean? And I don't understand the anger that some people get. And, but like I said, it doesn't matter. She's a great lady, and she's very spiritual, and I love her, and she loves me, and she has all the love for the world for it. But something we just don't understand. We just don't understand why it causes anger. And I asked her, why does it make you angry? And she never really says why. She just kind of bounces off away from it. Said, I'm just tired of talking about it. You know what I mean? She says, I don't want to talk about it. But I tried to explain to her, I said, if everything you knew, the reality, if everything that you had in your life had changed, the people, the places, that everything just shifted on you immediately, I said, you wouldn't tell me you wouldn't care. I said, I can't understand. My entire existence changed. I said, you mean everything around you. I said, it wouldn't like bother you or you try to figure out what the heck's going on. And she says, nope, I wouldn't. Well, I don't know, because probably you're not looking through that glass like the rest of us are. You know what I mean? Because it's a big deal to many of us, right? But it's okay, because we know God's rule and stuff like that. So, anyway, sorry the big ramble here, but hopefully I can show you some spiritual stuff, later on. I wish, on the other side of this rock, I did see something. There was like a kitty cat structure. And I'm hoping to find some cool rocks, especially like to send one to the sister who helped me from some finances, because I'm struggling so bad. And that's the thing you'll find out. A lot of people who've experienced truly are Mandela affected, they will be in a financial nightmare. Which, someone will eventually get out of it and survive it, but that happens a lot to us. I don't see anything here. I was looking here at this one. I don't see anything really clear. I mean, you could kind of say this is an eye here, right here, and then another eye is kind of filled. It'd be the right, but anyway, we're up here, but I don't see much, and then a mouth right here. But it's not really clean cut, okay? Because you can see the spiritual signs. I've seen some Native Americans in this canyon out of rock that was not carved by Native Americans that are clear as a bell. I mean, seriously, that you can just see. I'll try to get something down there later on. I can't get around this rock over here. I can't get around that edge of that one because it's going to show you there's like a kitty cat facial structure in there. But anyway, there's not a lot here. But there's a lot in Sedona. There is a ton of stuff, but not down there. So anyway, so we cut this off. God bless you, and I'd be interested to hear what you think about this people in the world, how they changed. It'd be interesting. Because I said, I mean, geez. And I'll tell you what, and the smoking, the marijuana is just 10 times heavier in use, and drug use is way higher than the people in my old reality. I mean, yeah, people used to have a good time, but not like this. I mean, everybody's smoking marijuana, and if you're smoking where I'm not judging you, but I'm serious. Everybody's on a drug. Everybody. I mean, geez. So, I don't know if it's going to try and escape this reality. And also, it is true, like I said, that, there's the dynamics of the people are so different. Way different. Anyway, but all right, so that's why I'm trying to reach out to some old friends to see how they changed. But anyway, all right, love you all, and God bless.